Hi, it's Sheila with the Grateful Goddess, and I would not be coming to you looking this poorly if it weren't that I had a really important message for you. First of all, I am a bit of a braggart about my good health. Because I do so much to take good care of my health, sometimes I act a little bulletproof. So a week ago, I had a ruptured brain aneurysm. Now, I knew something seriously had gone wrong, but I am very stubborn, and so I just wanted to play it out and see if massage therapy and chiropractic care and a few other things could help bring me around. So I actually waited 3 days before I went in to see someone. So important message number one is what I'm always preaching about: listen to your intuition. And so I knew something pretty serious had happened because I don't have searing brain pain like that. And the first thought that came to me was a stroke, but I thought, yeah, I'm not a person that has a stroke. Sometimes I act a little bulletproof, and that just is not in anyone's best interest to be that stubborn. The second really important message is that allopathic medicine is a really great thing. Again, sometimes I am a little too into the alternative care and do everything at all costs to avoid going in to see a doctor. And sometimes that's just what you need. The other thing I wanted to talk about, which I would have talked about from a healthy standpoint, was how I prepare for the new year. And so prior to my starting this process, which I probably started about 5 years ago, I always went into the new year feeling pretty lousy about myself because I was coming from a perspective of what I hadn't accomplished that I thought I would have done that year. And so by doing this process, you will set yourself up to be in a really good vibrational alignment to achieve what it is you want to achieve in 2015. So, first thing that I do is list out all of my achievements from 2014. And I'm talking every achievement in my personal, professional, my health goals. That includes everything, from maybe a new software that you learned or something that you learned that made your job easier, or home improvement projects that you accomplished, special celebrations that you had for family and friends, vacations that you took that you'd always wanted to take. So it could be anything in terms of family and friends or relationships that you had mended, things you learned, books you read. Maybe it's that you reached a whole new level of patience or a new level of non-judgment. Maybe you really took your meditation practice seriously or started drinking enough water in your day. Anything that you set out to do that you did, or maybe you didn't set out to do and just was thrust upon you and you handled it well. I list out everything that I have done so that I feel really accomplished at the end of the year. I had just finished that process last week, and now, of course, I need to add to it that I survived a ruptured brain aneurysm, which is a huge feat in itself. So I have all of those things to add into that. I will say that everything that I do preventatively to have really excellent health is so worthwhile, because it really helped me progress and recover rapidly, and I'm very grateful for that. Then the second step in this process is to list out all of my gratitudes for what happened within the year. And just to talk about this week alone, I can't tell you how grateful I am for the man in my life who has been just Mr. Incredible. Of course, that's who he is, Mr. Incredible. And the Team Northrop, who just rallied together on Christmas Day, as soon as they found out, Dr. Deborah Kern and Dr. Christiane Northrop and Ann Northrop and Pam Pearson got on a conference line and did a divine healing for me. And then Deb, in her just luscious voice, recorded what each person saw in the divine healing and sent it to me, and it was so unbelievably healing, but also just so touching that people would, stop what they were doing on Christmas to do this for me. Very, very impressive. Love from all corners of the world. I'm feeling very loved and very blessed, and I appreciate everybody's comments and well wishes. They have really made a huge difference, so thank you everybody for that. I am also really grateful for the medical staff and all the treatment that I've gotten here. And another thing that I'm very vocal about is being anti-meds. And yet, of course, I'm very grateful for the meds that helped to put me under in general anesthesia so that I did not have to be awake for that process. And all the things that are anti-seizure and all those things that are keeping me stable. So that is something that I am truly grateful for that I wouldn't normally give credit for. And family and friends, just amazing. Absolutely amazing. It's really touched my heart. Feeling a little bit like the Grinch with my heart having grown 5 sizes this Christmas. Okay, so getting back to it. Step 1, listing out all your accomplishments. Step 2, all your gratitudes. And then step 3, from that place, from feeling that sense of worth, you go into making your list for 2015, what you'd really like to do. And really pay attention to that list. Some things just kind of get carried over time and time again, and maybe it's time to let them go. What is it that you truly want? How do you truly want to feel in 2015 so that you can boil it down to a few key core feelings that you want to have? And then you go through anything that you feel may be holding you back from accomplishing those goals. So any limiting beliefs, is there anything that you think that comes to mind when you say, I want this? Yeah, but. There's a yeah, but this is why I'm not able to do it. You're going to write those down on a separate piece of paper, and I generally like to burn them. Because once you take a look at that and really put it out there, you realize that it's silly. You're able to accomplish anything, and you might as well. set your intentions on exactly what your soul desires. So all my love to you. Thank you, thank you. I got too many cords on me to, but anyway, love you all. Have a fantastic 2015. Talk to you later.